Hello, I'm your host, Dakota. Welcome to Bulldog Banter, Unleashed Conversations. I am absolutely thrilled to be with you today. We have a sensational treat in store for you as we dive into the enchanting world of the Green High School musical theater production of Anastasia. It's a timeless tale of a lost princess and her journey to find her true identity, and has captivated audiences worldwide for generations. Today we have a unique opportunity to get up and close and personal with the incredible cast members who bring this magical story to life on the Green High School stage. Our talented cast members are ready to share their experiences, insights, and the hard work that goes into creating such a remarkable show. Today, I'm with the stars of the Green High School Theater production. Let's meet our cast members, Claire Holdren, Aiden Bruick, and Anthony McMichael III. Welcome. Let's start with Claire, who is playing Anya Anastasia. What were your first thoughts when you landed the lead role of Anya in this year's GHS production of the musical Anastasia?
I was ecstatic. I immediately turned to my friends and was like, this is my dream role. And I texted my mom to tell her because I knew she'd be more excited than I was even. I was thrilled.
How do you balance the demands of your role and that of your academics and out-of-school activities?
It's a lot of work, but I'm good at time management, so I try to just stay organized and get done as much as I can. We have some downtime during rehearsal to do homework and such, so it's not too awful yet.
Let's switch to Aiden and Anthony, two very busy students. Tell me about your roles. One, how have you balanced rehearsing on top of all your extracurriculars?
So for me personally, I'm a very involved student. I'm in various different clubs, so doing musical theater all on top of that, it's really it's a challenge, but at the same time, it's very rewarding. For me personally, I try to it's all time management for me. So I block out time in my schedule to rehearse, and then whatever comes next, comes next.
Well, what I do, I'm involved in a lot of stuff as well. And just any free time I have, I just practice my stuff, practice my lines, practice my songs, and just make sure I get all that done. And if anything, I try to watch musical as well.
What were your first thoughts when you guys landed the principal roles of Vlad Popov and Gleb Vaganov in this year's GHS production of the musical Anastasia?
So when we first auditioned for the show, we didn't know that we were going to be doing Anastasia. So learning the show and then learning our roles were basically the whole, that was the same thing. So for us, learning that we were doing Anastasia, we kind of had thoughts in our mind hey, this might be how it's casted, but not until you go out into the hallway to see that whole cast list. So when I was reading that, I was like, who's Vlad? And then I was because I listened to Anastasia before, but I wasn't a big Anastasia hardcore fan like Claire. So I read it and I was like, oh, all right, let's get rolling. So for me, I was just very excited to be able to participate in this production at all, and especially being able to be a principal like this, it really means a lot.
Yeah, same with Aiden said, I didn't even know who Gleb was. I seen it in the hallway and I was like, who's Gleb? I asked Claire because obviously she's the diehard fan, but I just looked at it, I was like, I don't know who this is, and Claire told me to go home and watch it, and I watched it and I was like, okay, well, this is pretty nice. So I was really excited though, I was very excited.
Could one of you explain in your own words what the Playhouse Square Dazzle Awards, along with the Jimmy Awards, are and what it means to you as a student performers?
Yeah, so the Dazzles have been something that I've been interested in since I was little, but our high school wasn't in the area qualified to be part of that until very recently. Whenever anyone asks me what the Dazzles are, I like to say that they're kind of like the Tonys or the Grammys, but at the high school level. And if we get nominated for a Dazzle Award and we happen to win, we get to go to the Jimmys in New York, which is a huge thing, connections to Broadway. It's very exciting for Green High School.
Aiden, how have you studied, embraced, or connected to prepare for your role of Vlad?
So my best friend Anthony over here said earlier, really it comes from watching other performances and then also kind of bringing in your own characterization as you go along. So you're reading these lines and you take inspiration from other performances and other performers, and you think, oh, I could do this here, or I could say this here for that line. But for me personally, like when I'm doing that, I also try to think of how can I add like a little Aiden spin onto it. So I've always played the comic relief in like every single show I've been in here. So it's kind of like adding that little flair that people come in to the show and they watch Aiden do the funny parts and they're like, oh yeah, that's totally Aiden. Like that makes sense.
Claire, what is one line of dialogue from the script that characterizes Anya?
Ooh, I think in one of the songs she sings, she says, "My heart has so much to reveal." And I think that very much captures her character because she grows a lot throughout the show and kind of has to figure out who she is. And I think that line is one of the main points of that.
Aiden, what about you?
For me, Vlad's whole thing is that he's like an fake count. So they say, or I say in the show, I'm responding to, I think it's Anya, and I say, Vlad Popov, the biggest fake of them all. And I think that is a testament to his character growth throughout the show.
Then Anthony, what is an example from you?
I think my character's whole thing is he wants to live up to his father. So his thing would probably be when he says, "and in my father's name." It just shows that he's really trying to live up to his father and do what he had done.
And finally, a question for all of you. Why should the community and student body come to see Anastasia?
Really, it's just a fabulous show. I mean, it's upbeat and funny, but it's very dramatic and there are intense parts. It's a complex storyline. The music is insane. It's amazing. It's just a very fun show.
Yeah. I would say if you want to come see Anastasia, just be prepared to kind of go through an emotional roller coaster. I mean, not like we can do the most justice to a very emotional show because we're just high schoolers, but I think when people come and see it, you'll be like, oh my gosh, like these are my peers, like these are my friends, and you're seeing all of them do all these fun lines and delivery and stuff like that, and if you come and see it, just be prepared for a show.
Yeah, say what they said. I mean, they said it all. Just be prepared. Come see it.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
As you can see, we have an incredible cast. Bring your friends and family to see this wonderful production on November 16th, 17th, and 18th at 7 p.m. and the afternoon show on the 19th at 2 p.m. For Bulldog Banter at Conversations Unleashed, I'm Dakota Beard, and thanks for watching.